Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing this morning? Hope you gentlemen are having a fine start to your Wednesday. I don't know what I hit, but I hit something wrong. I did something wrong this morning. Hope you gentlemen are doing well. I wasn't really late. I just hit the wrong button and I started talking to myself again. I'm also having a technical issue with my mouse. I think it might be about time to switch batteries in the mouse. Let me make sure my stream is up and going. That would kind of suck if it wasn't. Yeah, it shows I'm live, so I guess people will start hopping in here in a minute. Probably didn't see the broadcast because I didn't have it up early this morning. I was running around doing stuff, trying to get a start to my day off. Let's see here. As you can see on the table, got more knives I need to put up. But what we're really here for is to see what I carried last night. Like y'all even care. I carry my Evo again. And in my back pocket, I bet you can guess, I had my Ultratech. This seems to be a combo that has just been going and going and going, and nothing has hopped in to take it over yet. Morning, Mr. Paul. How are you? Hope you're doing well, sir. All right, so I need to put up some more knives. And I think my remettes that are not titanium are going to go in here between my hyzers and my Migarons. Alright, so that's got 3 out of the way. I've actually got a Vostede box somewhere. Don't know where that is. But these 5 can go in the same place. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Tommy. How are you gentlemen doing? What are y'all carrying this morning? Mick Ranger, good morning, sir. Cliff, good morning. All right, so let me grab this little case that I was working with yesterday. Got some other knives in it. Let me put these in there. Clear off the table. We will get down to business. All right. I can find a place for the Chad for today. Sever 7, yeah, mine's out for delivery today. Good morning, by the way. Yeah, mine's out for delivery. Can't wait to get it. Everybody said it's awesome. Lots of people got it yesterday. I imagine I'm going to love it. Robin, the only version, he's talking about the clone. The only version out is the Skelly. Tommy, you getting yours today too? Morning, Mister. Y'all wouldn't mind smashing that like button real quick. Get that over with. Be awesome. Yeah, everybody said good things about it yesterday. Phenomenal, huh? Nice. I like phenomenal. Phenomenal is always good. So I told a guy on Reddit, morning Tegan. I told a guy on Reddit that I would take apart a knife on stream this morning so that he could see how it goes back together correctly with the magnets. So I guess we will start out doing that. I've got to move some stuff around. Give me just a second. My clone box happens to be on the very bottom over here. All right. They're going to sell out regardless, Sever. But I hear you. They're not going to have a problem selling them. And it could just help sales. Especially if you drive them over to their site. All right. So now I need to go look and see which knife he wanted me to take apart, because I kind of forget. I don't forget, but it's either the Severn or the 8. And I don't remember. I think it's the 8. But let me find out. Yeah, it's the 8. All right. So I told him I would take apart the 8 and show him how the magnets go in it. And I don't think I've ever taken it apart, so that'll be fun regardless. And y'all will get to see how the magnets work. So, let me get my 8. And a couple of tools. Oh yeah, the Thunderhead's nice. That's a great concept to start off with, Tegan. You want to see the... Wait, what is that one I have? I have something that I don't. It's not the Thunderhead, is it? It's the... I don't even know where it is now. I've got to get some more labels printed for my knives. Because I am having to dig around way too much lately. Instead of going right to them. What is that one that I bought? It's a big boy that I don't carry anymore. What is this one? Morning, Christopher. Hope you're doing well, sir. Oh yeah, Caveman. I knew it wasn't the one you were talking about, but I liked the one you mentioned also. The Thunderhead. Yeah, the Caveman. I should carry that today. That should be my carry. Put it over there and we'll pick it up put it in a pocket later. All right, so this knife, magnets. If y'all aren't familiar with this knife, it has got magnetic locks on it. So it doesn't use a spring to maintain the lock. It uses a magnet right here. It pulls that button back up into place and keeps the knife locked or unlocks it. And then it's also got magnets down here that keep it closed for the detent. Super cool knife. Hopefully we get it back together same way it came apart. Now, I've mentioned before that you should keep your screws lined up according to how they are on the knife. So I will show you what I mean. What is on this knife? Oh, it's magnetic. It's ground material. Wow, that's wild. So, you know, I've been grinding knives around here, and there's been metal floating through the air. And this picked up metal shavings from other knives that I've been grinding. That's pretty wild. Not cool. Cool. All in one. I will try to get those all off when I get the magnets out. But that's pretty wild. All right. Go back to where we were. Whenever I arrange my screws, I put them from pivot to the other end of the knife. So this is the other end of the knife. Then we got this one right here. Morning, Steve. So that is the next one in line. Then we got this one right here. That is the next one in line. And then we got the pivot. Now, this knife is not going to be fun to reassemble because of those magnets. But I will show you. I'll show you how to do it to keep the magnets from like jumping all over the place. So, first of all, we're going to carefully try to take the scale off without messing up much. So, I wanted to try to get it apart as best I could without messing stuff up. So we can get a breakdown here of how the magnets go. Now, this is one of the problems that you have to deal with when reassembling this knife. Thank you, Mr. William. Have a good day, sir. Yeah, I hate to hear that they haven't settled that yet, William, but... All right. So let's get in here. So very easily the blade will come off. He says as he can't get the blade off. Why is that blade? What in the world is going on here? Well, that's pretty wild. That's no good. Why is the pivot not coming out of the blade? Huh. But let's just look at the magnets real quick. So we'll get this apart in just a second. You got one in the back here. And another one the same size in the other side. Then in the little lever part, one goes in the middle. And that's kind of the pivot point. And that magnet fits into here when it's closed up. Man, this knife is nasty. And there's some reason the blade is not coming off the pivot. Look at that grossness. But the blade will not. My goodness. I knew that was going to happen. All right. So I'm not sure why exactly that happened, but it did. And I'm not sure which way exactly this goes. Probably goes that way. Yep. All right. So this comes off and the magnet goes. There's a magnet embedded into that side. And in theory, this magnet should be down in that side. But instead it rides right there. And I've got that backwards, I think. No, I got that right. And this rides on that hole. So that's how that rides together. So that should give you a look at where all the magnets go. There's one on either side back here. And then there's one in the show side embedded, and on the clip side is where the one goes like this. The clip side, it's got a magnet inside of this middle piece that goes against the clip side. And this one's not as bad as some of them, actually, as far as going back together. Hopefully. We're going to have issues, but let me clean it out real quick because it's kind of nasty. And I do have alcohol right here. And I can't see a thing in the chat, so y'all just have to forgive me for a second. That's gross. And I'm not going to give this one like a total breakdown because that wasn't what the video was needed to be. But you should be able to go back and look at this and get your magnets put in right. All right. Wow, that's pretty gross. Now, taking it apart is one thing. Putting it back together is a whole different beast. I still can't see the chat. If anybody else has come in while I've been talking, I will acknowledge you here momentarily. All right. Put this back in place. Throw a little bit of Earl around there. Throw the blade back on. Which now I'm confused. And I have no idea why that blade and that pivot were so tight. It does have a D-shaped pivot. So that's going to be fun. And it needs to go. What happened? Oh, well, that's no good. I got to turn those off. Y'all can hear that when it happens, huh? Because I've got that unmuted. Morning, TC. Let me turn this off. Holy cow. That is annoying. So is my mouse. Good morning. Let's see. Steve. TC. Waylon. Morning, sir. Taking apart a Factor 8 for a guy on Reddit. It looks like there is no D-shaped hole on the other side. So that's always nice. that means we don't have much to line up with. But let's take the clip side, put the blade back into it. Whoops. What am I doing? All right, let's see. This is the back of the knife. There we go. Wasn't paying attention. Wow, that pivot got some issues. It's got some burrs on the end. I'm going to try to go ahead and put that. Actually, I'm going to try to get the. Well, we're going to try to get it all together at once. So we're going to close it. Actually, this is the problem. Oh goodness, did I lose something? Did I already lose something? Yep. Did y'all see that fly away? Where's the button? No good. Yeah, I don't know where the button is. Oh, this is the button. Duh. My God. This is what slides out of the way. All right. I didn't lose anything. We're all good. I'm going to just try to hold this all down while I re-put this in and see how it goes. And try to line everything up. Dang it. Where's the pivot? All right. Like I said, I've never taken this one apart, so it'll be fun trying to figure it out. All right. I think it's that easy. Almost. All right. Let me put the pivot in. The magnet's pulling the pivot too, which is kind of weird. All right, got the pivot in. Everything's snapped back here. So I am going to I'll put this middle screw in for now. That magnet makes it fun working on it. It pulls all the tools right to it. All right. Got that middle one in. You see that spring just jump? Watch. Whenever you drop screws, they just jump to that magnet. Pretty wild. I'll be done with this in just a second, and we'll go look at what all y'all talked about. I think TC said something about a Winter Blade, a factor clone on Temu. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me because OK sells them. All right. Is the back spacer good? I think it is. Guess we'll find out here in a second when I go to put this in. Yes, sir. We're good. Yeah, this one wasn't nearly as hard as some of these Winter Blade clones. All right. Clip is tightened completely. Body screw is tightened completely. Pivot. Centering is great. Pivot is way too tight. Oh, we got something wrong in there. Yes, sir? I knew it wasn't going to be that easy. Something is wrong with the pivot. So what happened? Well, good. We get to take it apart. All right. That washer probably jumped out of place. I really don't want to do this, and all I was trying to do was show the guy the magnets. So I could do this after the stream and we could talk about other stuff, but maybe we'll take a break and look at some stuff and then come back to this. I will, no, y'all know me. I can't let that slide. Got to figure out what happened. All right. Oh, I think it might have just been the fact that I had those too tight. I think we might be all right, actually. I think I just had these two screws too tight. Let's put these back in. Not tighten them so tight. Because I feel like I put it back together right. But you can over tighten these. All right. No, something is not sliding right with that button. Huh. All right. Well, scratch that idea. Got to be that washer. How are you guys doing today? What are y'all getting done today on your Wednesday? You halfway through the work week, or you just getting started? You being lazy today? What's going on? All right, here we go again. And it was, yep. So the washer got in behind the button. You see that right there? The washer was in behind the button. So like I said, putting this down in this side and using oil to hold it down in there is probably the best solution. So let's try this again. A little bit of extra oil in there, but all right. Get this lined up good. Now I see what's up. Every time I want to go to put it back together, it wants to suck that side over there, so I think I'm going to let it. Try to get that lever right there. Oh, now I remember you have to pull the button back or close the knife. All right. Close the knife. Man, this is so fun. I tell you. This part right here is the part giving me trouble. All right. Now that's in. I think I did good last time because I kind of held everything down as I was. Come on, button. Go in your place. Ah. So annoying. Now the blade is stuck to the side of the scales. I might try again to do the way I had it. All right. That washer right there is the problem. It keeps popping up. I think if I put this in first. There we go. And then try to put that on there. Now we just got the magnets. Let me wipe this off again. Here's a good shot. I needed to probably do that anyway. Just show the guy a full magnet view. So hopefully, the only problem I got is this magnet is going to want to grab this washer right here. The button is in there though. Washer's on there. Everything's good. Except for that washer. Did I get it? Almost. Nope. What a pain in the butt. I don't know how I got it back together the first time. Pretty easy. I guess because it wasn't right. Let me try with it open and the button in place. All right, button in place, open. Cannot get that to stay over there. So I got to put it on here. Man, y'all don't realize how hard it is getting this little thing on there to not touch any of these magnets. Because I got one I'm bringing in right here that's right next to it. Let me see if I can put this on. Use that to hold it in place. Yes, that works. Almost. All right. We're real close. Real close. Oh, now the little back piece is being a pain in the butt. Right there. Come on. Right there. Oh, I had it. I still got it. Dang it. Get in your place, buddy. All right. Right there. Right there. Don't move. Nobody move. My goodness. So yeah, twisting it on, putting the pivot part on first, and then twisting it together was the key there. And I'm going to test it before I put the clip back on, but I'm pretty sure I got it that time. All right. Yes, sir. All right, we're good to go. Sorry about that, guys. Y'all know, every time I go to do something on live, it takes 3 times as long as it should. Hope y'all are having a great Wednesday. I had a very boring night at work last night. And I hope our country goes off layoffs. I hope our government opens back up because William needs to get a paycheck. Centering's perfect. Makes the same kind of noise it did. Lockup is good. All right, sorry it took me so long, guys. Wanted to show y'all something else I noticed. Well, I've already put up the knife. All right. Let's see. Check out these pins, I think someone said. So let's go do that. Galaga inspired. Nice. Very cool, very cool. Let's see. What else do we have up here? Let's see. Double magnets on your on your 8. I haven't tried it. I believe Jufool messaged and said he used the strongest magnets. Mine stick out. I don't know how you would double them up. They would hit the blade. Mine has a I don't know if yours sticks out like that. But mine sticks out so it's like right next to the blade, so it holds the blade right real good. It's got real good detent. There's no way I could shake this out. I don't know, maybe yours is different. All right. Growler has a new front flipper. I didn't see that. I've got a Growler. Oh, Waylon, you got a toothache? Dang, that sucks, bro. More firewood? You got to cut firewood constantly, don't you, sir? Yeah, Waylon, I hope you get to feeling better, buddy. I know firsthand. Don't ever start with the Oragel because you'll be hooked on it. You'll have to put it on every 5 minutes. Like once you start, you can't stop. It does work, but I'm telling you, you'll have to do it constantly. Just get some antibiotics and you'll be good, bro. All right, I got a few things to look at this morning. So last night, on Blade Binge, and Mr. John messaged me about both of these, but I was asleep. But Selfin sold for $130, which I would have grabbed, and is a much better price than the $220. Says it's brand new in box. So Waylon, go to thecaremd.com and you can spend $39.95 and get some antibiotics sent into your local without leaving your house. Yeah, Aleve does work for tooth pain, but you can't take Aleve and ibuprofen. They're in the same family. But yeah, that sail fin sold for $130, which is a great deal. And then this Socius, the KB Socius, sold for $110. So that's a great price on it. So go to that link I sent, the Care MD. Yeah, Waylon, thecaremd.com. So you go right here and you go $39.99. You tell them, you hit start. So you get it. So right down here, you go to, dental infection. Start your online appointment today, and you log in. I don't want to register, but when you log in, they just ask you for your pharmacy name, charge you $39.95, and send it to the closest pharmacy. Super cool. Ow! Just burnt myself. What the heck? But yeah, I like both of those knives, and that would have been a great price to grab them at. You could have got them both for $240. The sail fin and the Socius. $110 and $130. Morning, Michael. Yeah, it's legit, Waylon. I've used it. That's what I've used the last 2 times. I've used it like 4 times now. All you do is pay with a card. All right. What else did I have to talk about? There was one more thing. Oh, actually, there was a couple, I think. I wanted to show this. This is a good Chinese lineup. So these are all those Rye Design knives that Six Sleeve sells. They sell them under a bunch of different names. But it is a Rye Design, and here are the different colorways. And there's a couple of Halloween knives. Thought it was the... you can pick whether, Waylon, you can pick whether you want augmentin or amoxicillin. Yeah, they let you pick what you want, and you can actually, there's like 3 different ones, but they have augmentin and amoxicillin. I switched them up. I used amoxicillin last time, so I used augmentin this time. They both worked good. All right, that was one of the things I wanted to show y'all. Let's see. That was a cool little lineup, though. And then the second one I had, I wanted to talk about this picture. So this is the guy's top 10 knives from left to right. So I was curious what y'all thought about all these, and if you would move anything over towards the left that's on the right. Very interesting to see a Laconico in the mix. It's also very interesting to see 2 REK reblades in the top 5. And so that's what I was just about to say, is that I might move that number 10 over to the left some. Because in my book, it's better than some of those other knives. And I've got it right here. So this knife is just about flawless. So yeah, there's a couple, but this knife is definitely one of my favorites, being a full integral, the action and lockup with this coil spring lock in the back. So it's got the coil spring up there in the back, full integral, super nice back pocket knife. It's probably, if I wouldn't have been carrying this is a great back pocket knife just for how quick and easy it is to use. But this is probably my favorite back pocket knife. He said he would go from right to left. Yeah, this thing is awesome though. This is Tegan. This is a replica. So this is the one, I can show you where to buy this one. But you don't pay $600 for it. And it's got real M390 blade steel. Certified. And I bought the good clip. But you can get this one for like $200. And I would say it is probably 95%. It's got to be 95% of the original. Everything about it is, I mean, I can't find a flaw on it. There's no mischamfering. There's no hard, rough edges. The replacement clip fit perfectly. But anyway, that's the... Yeah, all right, Tegan. Well, if you join the Discord, I'll put you some links in there on where to find the $200 one. Hopefully. Might be sold out, but I can find you one. All right, back to what? Okay, so... Which one are you asking about? Somebody said to the black knife in the middle. I think that is a reblade of a... I don't know. Let's try to figure all this out. Because there's a couple I'm curious about. Let me see if I can... I'm sure somebody in here knows what all of them are. Let me see what I can do here. Oh, that's a custom stray. That's a Kinnison. 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 It's called a Kinnison stray. Here you go. Kinnison stray. It's this knife right there. Hey, Sever. We were just talking about this. Oh, that's Cerakoted tie. Never mind. I thought that was G10 at first look. Kinnison stray. And it's not a reblade. I was totally wrong. What is the third one? What is the red one? Why am I drawing a blank on what that is? Let me see. Why am I having issues? Does anybody know? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The G10 on $1,000 knife. Me and Sever were just talking about that when he was on stream. Oh, dang. My keyboard dropped on the ground. That could be part of the problem why I'm having issues. Whoa. Sorry. I did that with my keyboard accidentally. That Shaman reblade looks sick though. What's the red one? Third one over. What are you putting links to, Sever? Oh, the Asgard custom. Yep, gotta love it. Yeah, what's the red one? Why does the handle look weird? Got the Laconico over there though. I think that's that's like a, isn't that a FJ? I think that's a FJ. Where's my FJ? Well, I don't know. I just put it back up the other day. Thank you, Gear Dog. I was trying to find my FJ, but dang it. It's supposed to be up here next to all my other Laconicos. But it's not. It got thrown in a spot randomly. I hate when I can't find knives. If y'all can't tell already, let me put this one back up. That'll fill a hole. I won't keep reaching in that one. McNeese. Not it. Not it. Not it. Oh, there we go. Sorry guys. I was digging. I was digging around. Oh, sorry, Tegan. All you got to do is go to the top of my... I meant to show you that a second ago. Just go to my YouTube page. And at the very top, there's a link to the Discord. It's the only link up there in the blue. It's right up there. And if you click the More button, it'll be right there under links. Right there in the middle. I tried to make it easy for people to see the Discord. I put it as the main link, so it shows up on the top of the channel. It's all good, take it. Everybody misses it. It's right there at the top. So How many do I have out of those? I don't have any of the real ones. I've got my mirror polished. Anybody want to buy a mirror polished Rosie with a mirror polished blade? And fingerprints all over it now? There we go. I cleaned it up a little. There's 3 of them. Let's see. I got my shaman. There's 4 of them. What else did he have out there? Was that a PM2 or a no, that's a, oh, those are both shamans, aren't they? No. What's the second one over? The 4th one's a shaman, right? Oh yeah, I got the Evo. I don't have a Protean. Is it a pair of 3? No, it's not a pair of 3 because it's as big as the shaman. I think they're both shamans. Like, I know the red one, but the pair of 3 is a lot shorter than the shaman. Handles are the same length on both of those in the picture. So I don't know what it is. The JG10 one? The 4th is a shaman. Oh, from the right side, that's a Protean. Keep it scale, stupid. Yeah, one of them could be a bodacious, and that's why the blade is a little different. But REK doesn't do reblades for bodacious. That's why I'm confused. And the scales look a little different. I don't know. I still don't know what the 3rd one is. Those are Alutech. I think I'm saying that right. Those scales. Alutech, isn't that right? TC, I don't know. Alutech scale shaman. Well, why am I not spelling it right? What am I not? Alutex? I can't remember. It's Alu. We looked at it not long ago. Yeah, Alutex. I think. Here you go. It's on this site right here. This is the guy's site that does all the Alutech stuff. You think they're both pair of 3s? Okay, they could be, but I don't. But let's see. Let's compare the size to to the, you might be right, because the Rosie is about equal to it. So, yep. There you go. You were right, Waylon. Good job. Good job, buddy. So that was a pair of 3 laying beside the Rosie that's lined up. You're definitely right. It's not a shaman, because the shaman would be way bigger. So we kind of got some of these in the picture. But you can see the size. The size is perfect for that PM3 and the Rosie. Oh, I got the Cortex too. I forgot about that. I don't have the Protean. I don't even know where my Cortex is. There it is. That'll go good in the middle. Well, I got 6 of his 10. He picked a good 10 though. No complaints. All right. What else today? Somebody put a link earlier to something that I didn't click on. Clicked on Sever's link. Oh, this one? Might have clicked on it too. Oh yeah, the growler.
Hey guys, Kev here, and I wanted to talk about the Devo / White Mountain Knives Growler V3. So we have, at this point, we've done the Growler at White Mountain Knives. It's their exclusive design. So it's a Devo design, but White Mountain Knives is the exclusive dealer that sells this model, if that makes sense. We've done the original Growler. We've done the Growler V2. I think we dropped the Growler V2 another time, so I think we have 2 drops of that in different versions. Then we have the mini Growler. That's right here. So as you can see, it is a mini Growler.
I don't even know where my Growler is.
Currently, the Growler XL, which I don't have a prototype here of, apologies. It's a 4-inch blade. It's a big knife. And those are actually being shipped from Kubi. So those will be dropping hopefully in November sometime. And then now we have the Growler V3. It's actually in production already. But I wanted to show you guys the 2 versions because I don't think I ever actually did a video on the first prototype.
Which version is mine? Is mine a 1 or a 2? I guess it's a 1. Does anybody know? Is there a way I can tell? Yeah, Growler XL sounds interesting to me too. Do we know what this one is? I got this one for $40. So I couldn't pass it up. It's got great action. But back to the video. Actually, we got a pretty knife. We ought to at least throw it up there. Got ashes on the table. And some more stuff. So that, ow! Rosie bit me. All right, back to the video.
So this is the original prototype. Put that one in the front here. And then this is the final prototype, okay? There are going to be some minor things.
I like the way that front flipper is better.
For production, but this is the overall design. The front flipper was basically the thing we were trying to figure out with the prototype. And that's why I wanted to get prototypes. I didn't want to just have a front flipper added to the growler and then hope it worked, you know? So we made sure to prototype it, and I'm glad we did, because the first prototype did not come out at all like we thought. And so we adjusted it to this one, and now it works fantastically, and I'm very happy with it. So, excuse me, those are good things, obviously. But yeah, so a quick look at the original prototype. We basically did not change much about the, actually we did. We changed quite a bit about the knife, but the overall design from the Growler V2, I don't have one of those either to show you. Sorry, I should be better about keeping an example of each knife, but people always reach out asking to find things and buy things, and I'd rather you guys experience the knife that you want than me just hang on to it in a case, because I'm always like on to the next thing already. That's just how my brain is wired with this stuff for Devo. So I end up selling them, or, you know, whatever, if I have to like take one apart to give somebody a you know, not a screw, we have tons of screws, but a certain part to fix their knife, or, you know, what.
All right.
2 has a full set of liners. So if you look in here, you'll see there's a full liner in there. This is a true liner lock. And then on the opposite side, you have a full liner as well. And you have milled out pockets there. Okay. That's how the Growler V2 is, except it has the wire clip, where the V3 now has a milled pocket clip. Updated the design, and we got rid of the full liners, so it reduces the weight quite a bit. So we have full liners on the older one. The new one now has just a tab lock. So this is now a inset tab lock, okay, versus a liner lock. It's still a similar concept, but it's not really a liner anymore. It's just a tab that gets mounted on the inside, and that tab has a lock bar on it. That way you can reduce the amount of weight. I think it just feels a lot nicer having that set up. So when we went to the XL, we wanted to implement all of those things, right? We also updated the plunge grind on the Mini from the V2. See, the plunge grind comes back to here now, where before on the V2 it was like up here. So when we did the XL, we wanted to implement all of those changes, and it happened with liners. The V3 prototype has full liners. I think they did update, looks like they did update the plunge grind. Forgot the prototype.
All right.
Luckily, this is rear.
I want to see the XL.
To have part of the, it's nicely jimped all the way up and around, like I always talk about, so you can hit it from different angles, and it's not a big problem. You can roll it back and you don't like slip off of it or whatever. And when you open it up, it goes flush with the spine of the handle. And that's the reason why this flipper tab looks the way it does. It ended up having to kind of curve out like that. And my immediate reaction out of the box to this was, nope. It just looks funny to me. I don't know.
All right, so we fixed that.
Now, always
by changing the size, the shape of the scales on the. Show the one, the top one.
To production. There's still some changes. I'll mention what I can here. But now we have the Growler V3, and we have a binge style front flipper. It's what I call it now. Binge style front flipper. We like this front flipper. you will continue to see this front flipper, not always identical, but the concept of it, the kind of pyramid style front flipper, I guess. And now we have less of a gap here. We still have that spacing, but not as much. Like, to me, whether it is or isn't,
yeah, it doesn't stick out as far.
It looks way better to me.
Yeah, it does.
Right? Okay. So different. It feels a little more natural right here. Okay. So when I go to hit that, I just feel a little bit more natural coming across it than this. Where if you've ever boat,
I want to see how the front flipper lines up with the back scales.
It feels like, you know, your turn slip coming around a corner. Okay. So I know that reach around. By the way, it's still not or whatever gonna be as good as like a binge or a lush or whatever.
Yeah, he had to change the scale shape.
I can easily get it now.
Or maybe it sits down in there now.
With this, no, I feel like I'm just more locked in with this one. I would do this hanging over a balcony. You know what I mean? Like, I would feel comfortable doing that over a balcony and not feel like I'm just gonna drop the thing. Where with this, I feel like I'd be really worried that I'm gonna drop it. So,
I want to see how it looks in the back.
Here, left-handed, I'm just not, which is, yeah, like, more natural to me, if I'm being honest. Just because you're gonna something different and around. So, with the thing about this front flipper is it gives you so much leverage. Another benefit.
He's not showing the back of it.
Keep it that way. But that's a benefit here. So don't worry about that. We've actually had complaints of it.
There you go. It goes down in.
That's a benefit here. So don't worry about that.
It doesn't sit flush. You can see it right there. So that new front flipper goes down in there and it's not flush with the handles. No, it's not flush. It goes down at an angle down into it. The other prototype, it sat flush, but I knew it was going to sit differently unless he changed the handle shape. Yeah, I kind of liked the first one where it laid flat back here, but he would have had to really change. I mean, he couldn't have made the handles match it with the angle that's on it. Whoops, we got all kinds of noises going on. All right, well, that was cool. Thanks whoever showed that. And here's a better look at that. How it angles. All right. What's next? Oh, he said Kubi was sending the XL. Thank you, Tommy. I didn't look at the clip. Y'all were talking about the clip. Yeah, that's cool engraving, but clip does, I don't know, it's a clip. Yeah, I need to go watch some more videos. I haven't had time. See anything else today going on in the Chinese knife world? Has Geo Knives gone back down in their price yet? I haven't gone to their site since they raised it. No words necessary. Yeah, I bet it's a great knife. I guess we'll see later today. Another good tip, if you ever need to find a screw size, just take the other one out from the other side and go to your local Ace Hardware and go to the aisle that has all the little bins and find what it screws into. Find a nut. It's probably M2.5, M3, or 256. See you later, Tegan. But a good way to find screw size is to just go to your local Ace Hardware with one of the other screws and find a nut that it'll screw into. And then you have the thread pattern, and then you can match the lengths and torque size and all that after that. But a lot of people don't think about just taking a screw with them and finding the nut for it in order to size something. Main Street. Another picture. Can't wait till I get mine today. Who all ordered one of those in here? Did everybody order one? I hit myself. Lucky I didn't cut myself. There you go, Christopher. Segunda and Tacundo. Number 9 and number 4. Yeah, I went to look these up when they first came out because nobody knew what they were a clone of. I was one of the first people that posted it on Reddit. But I actually found both of them on the Masscast Instagram. So it's a number 9 Segundo, and I believe number 4 Tacundo. So the Segundo number 9 is not that one. Hold on. Let me just see if I can find his page. There it is. So if you scroll down here, you will see that right here, this is the Tacundo number 4, which is what he modeled the Tonto after. And then on down a little further is the Segundo number 9. That's what he modeled the drop point after. Waylon. The thing that I noticed about the skeleton knives is this: whenever you go to close it, your hand is always on the clip side, or your fingers are always on the clip side. So there's no way to get them to go through the hole while you're closing it. I thought the same thing with the, and when I went to Blade Show, Pete made me pick up one to check it out. But on the original Strix, the way the holes are, they're on the show side. So when you go to close it, your fingers are always on the clip side. These have some of the best action of any knife I have. Yeah, so you can't really wrap your fingers around. The only time you're going to be on the side with the holes with your fingers is when it's open. When you go to close it, your fingers move around to the other side. I didn't think about it either, but it makes sense. These are two of my favorite clones, these two mass casts. I love those two knives. I love the Lamias too. And this one's for sale if anybody wants it. Anybody wants this milled Lamia? I'm going to keep this one. They both got the silver hardware though. So it's one of the newer versions. This one has perfect action too. Alrighty guys, what's next? There's a big boy, 228. I wish they'd release some more of those. That's a giant boy. It's way bigger than the 229 that everybody gets. The kickstop. The kickstop 229 is little compared to it. I think I got the actual last 228 that was sold. There was a guy on DHgate named Zero Tolerance, and they shut down his store, and I think I bought the last 228. But it's, you talk about a big knife. If you want a big Chavez, that's the one. Everybody produces the 229. You can find these by the boatload. But this 228 you can't find no more. I want to go look up the 228 and see where if they have it at like Arizona Custom Knives or something. I don't even know where you can buy one. So you can buy the G10? No, they're sold out. They're archived. That's not it. Street Custom. That might be it. Yeah, that looks like it. No, it's got to be. I don't know why it's so big. I don't think it's a street. I think it's trying to think good morning, Steve L. Let me see how long this thing is. It is 8 3/4 inches long. I think. Yeah, wow, it's almost 9 inches long. That's pretty wild. There's even with the zero. And you can see where we're at. 8.8. Yeah, that's a big boy. Yeah, I want to get another 229 thumb stud. I want one without the kickstop. I also want to get the I still want to get the RCK9 and the other one too. If y'all hadn't smashed that like button, I invite you to do so. This growler though, I think this is a, it's got to be a V2, huh? But he said that V2s had wire clips, so has this clip been changed? This might be like a Civivi clip. Kind of looks like a Civivi clip. No, it's not a kickstop. It doesn't have a thumb stud, TC. I mean, it doesn't have a flipper tab. It's thumb stud only. But you can reverse flick off of it. Yeah, it's not a kickstop. Doesn't have nothing back there. What are we looking at, Robin? Flashlight? All your links always get, oh. Well, that's stupid. Why did they show that? Why are they showing that picture? That's pretty crazy. I think their scale is off a little bit on their photo. I would like to, this is one of those ones where you order it and you tell them you didn't get what, like you make them send you what for $8. Oh, what's this new free shipping over $29 thing? Uh-oh. Has AliExpress changed their policies? Look, free shipping over $29. What is that? Yeah, what's up with the... No, this isn't even choice. This isn't choice. Choice stuff is still $10. I think it's everything now. I think if we... It's not just choice stuff. No, that says free shipping because it's over that money, but see what this one says. Free shipping. Maybe it's... I don't know why that one said over $29. Yeah, this one says ships from USA too. But it doesn't say the $29 thing. So I don't know. Weird. So it might have just been a fluke. Let's see something else here. It's not choice. It's not $15. Yeah, free shipping over $29. That might be. They might have done away with the $10 thing. I don't even see choice on here no more. Choice items. Is choice still on here? Well, that one just says free shipping. Free shipping, 99 cents. I don't see the choice. Stuff anymore. Oh, here we go. Choice. Hold on. Oh, they moved choice to Dollar Express, maybe. Looks like choice items are now Dollar Express. Let me just put out knife, then pick choice. Find one that's not $1, like this one. Choice, free shipping. And then this $2.59 one is a Dollar Express. Huh. I don't know what they've done, but they've changed it up a little bit. Yeah, all the regular choice stuff is going over to Dollar Express. And the stuff that's a little bit higher is still called choice. So I don't know what's going on. Oh well. Yeah, it says choice over there, but the Dollar Express stuff, I don't know, weird. All right. I got too many windows open. Yeah, this guy makes some awesome. He's the one that makes that Alutex material. But he makes some awesome scales for knives that are a little different than the standard. Stratos? Huh. Um, yeah, that's a cool pattern on those. Like, he does some really cool work. Don't let Pete see that. Pete's been wanting one of those for a while. No, actually, he wants a Warncliffe, not a Tonto. Well, all right, guys. It's Wednesday. What else y'all want to talk about before we get out of here? Tomorrow we're gonna do the coffee can forge. So I've got a number 10 can. If y'all don't know what a number 10, industrial food cans come in sizes just like everything else. And a number 10 is a kind of a big one. It's a pretty standard one that most people can find. But I'm trying to find the cheapest option to make a forge out of. So I'm going to go hit up Harbor Freight and Lowe's and Home Depot today. And I'm going to try to find a little metal bucket for cheaper than having to buy a number 10 can if you can't find one. But you can get a little metal bucket like this size. And since the inside is going to have a can down the middle, it doesn't matter what the outside shape is. That plaster of Paris and sand will fill that up perfectly. And as long as we get the legs on it right so it sits level, then it won't matter. But I want to find the cheapest way to make one of these for somebody. So I'm going to go around today and go to Lowe's and see how big this is and if it will be big enough. Oh, really, Waylon? I hadn't seen that. What is the paramilitary 2? What is the C number? What is the C number for the PM2? Supposed to be on here. Why is it not on here no more? Spyderco used to put it on their websites, but they changed their website around. Oh, C81, sorry. C81 Tonto. I haven't seen that yet. You got a link to it? Let me just type C81 titanium. Wow. Somebody's selling a liquid mirror DLC with DNA lasering scales on it for $521. Here it is. Yeah, I hadn't seen that one yet. It looks like the only one available on here, even though they show both of them, is the drop point. Looks like they sold out of the Tontos already. That sucks. Yep, the only one they're showing now is the drop point. And that looks like the only store that's got them right now. That stinks. Yeah, good find, Waylon. I'm going to message them and ask them if they're going to make some more. Maybe somebody will. I'm going to bookmark this and come back to it later. Thank you for showing me that or telling me about it, Waylon. Appreciate it. All right, guys. It's been a fun Wednesday. Thank you for sticking with me while I got that 8 put back together. Cal, good morning, sir. Hope you have a good day. Waylon, Christopher, Robin, TC, Gear Dog. Gear Dog, yeah, good call on the galvanized. Burn it off. Although I hope it doesn't get hot enough on the outside of it that would even really matter, but it's possible. Tommy, Mr. Cliff, thank y'all. Steve, appreciate all y'all. Mick Ranger, Hagan, thank you, sir. Mitchell, thanks for hopping in this morning. If I didn't say Cliff. Sever7, thank you, sir. And anybody else? William, Michael. Y'all have a great day. If you need me, hit me up. And